Well, in the neon and big hair world of the 1980s, he was an unlikely star, but maybe that's because Harry Anderson seemed like an ordinary guy. Those who knew him well would tell you that he was, and yet he was unique. RTV6's Ray Steele looks at the life of the star of Night Court, who passed away on Monday.
And now the purple dusk of twilight time steals across the meadows of my heart.
Harry Anderson loved Mel Torme in real life and on TV. There was something else he loved: fooling people in real life and on TV. Both those loves, strangely enough, helped him become one of the biggest stars in America for the better part of a decade. Harry Anderson was born in Newport, Rhode Island, but his family soon moved to California. He was a good student, but he fell in love with magic. He liked to hustle, profitable, though admittedly sometimes not ethical.
Well, I started magic, and then I got out on the street and realized that I could make more money hustling with the shell game.
Right.
And so I hustled till I got my jaw broken, and then I sat around with my mouth wired shut for 6 weeks and figured out maybe linking rings were safer.
Right.
The magic led to comedy. The comedy led Harry to the clubs in Los Angeles, and eventually both would land him on television.
Would you agree it is impossible for me to find your card? Yes? Yes? And the hell with that.
A man who was creating a new sitcom recognized Harry on TV. He recognized him as the man who took $20 from him in a shell game off the street. That sitcom was Cheers, and Harry Anderson basically played himself. Around the same time, Reinhold Wigge, creator of the legendary ABC show Barney Miller, had written a pilot for a show based on the low-level courts of Manhattan. The lead character was a quirky young judge who loved magic and loved the music of Mel Torme. Everyone claims that was a coincidence. The ratings were not good at first, but NBC took a chance on Night Court. In the fall of 1984, it moved the show to Thursday nights, right after Cheers and right before Hill Street Blues, and it was a hit. Night Court didn't try to be smart. It was slapstick, and with a powerhouse cast and a series of wonderful guest stars, it was sometimes the highest form of slapstick.
Sir, the Wheelers were merely trying their hand at egg farming. They ran into a bit of difficulty with a propane-powered incubator.
So all the would-be chicks are now
Quiche, yes, sir.
Night Court lasted 9 seasons. It got Harry Anderson 3 Emmy nominations. Anderson then starred in Dave's World, loosely based on the funny newspaper columnist Dave Barry. But after that, he largely retreated from TV and the movies. He moved to New Orleans, opened a magic shop, and did comedy shows there. After Hurricane Katrina, Anderson and his wife ended up here in Asheville, North Carolina. That's where Harry Anderson was found dead Monday morning. Oh, Harry had one more gag to tell you about. It was at that Asheville home. He and a neighbor had a dispute not long ago, so Harry bought a giant polar bear from a bar that was closing down. He stuck it in his backyard and had that polar bear lit up, so his neighbor would constantly have to look at it. That, as most people would tell you, was Harry Anderson, on camera and especially off it. Ray Steele, RTV6.